check the feed on your end. Make sure the YouTube video is up and running.
Yeah, I'm refreshing my page and see if I can hear you. Yes, I can hear the sound. So the sound is working all right.
Cool, cool.
Okay, and I'll post the link in on our Twitter as well. Weekly live stream.
Okay.
And okay,
Okay. So
great.
I am gonna zoom in on this. Let's see what we got. Oh, is that my data? Wow.
Yeah, I think you did quite well. I usually, when there are when there are many participants in a session, I pick the one I think that best describe the target, even though whether it's a hit or not, I don't care. I think I just put the best submission as a thumbnail picture.
You know what's funny about that data is it felt like the stock market. I mean, I could not figure it out. It felt like
Mm-hmm.
something to do with the market, the mortgages, or
Uh-huh.
somebody behind it. So I
Uh-huh.
I did,
That's very interesting.
yeah, and I did it
Yeah, it's
this
not
I did it this morning too, and it was pretty much the same thing. So
it has nothing to do with stock market, but I will say that's a pretty good guess, and you will know why after the target reveal. So yeah, so just to be clear for those who are watching this live stream, uh, still we are all blind to the target except for me because this target is assigned by myself, and I also work on this target, but I work in a different way. I use ARV to describe the target. Whether I hit it or not, we will know later. So yeah, for the three participants today this week we have four participants. One is Blue Dev, and another is Jeff, and also Gordon, and me as well. I work on it as a ARV target, and the rest of the participants work totally blind under CRV protocol. Okay.
okay, you ready? So
Uh-huh.
this is blue dev.
Yeah, this is the first page of his data, and I from what I can see, he perceived there is a huge structure and many people present, and just the general layout, and also he also perceived there may be an underground aspect to this target, and also he perceived there is a man-made structure and it feels rectangular, and there are words writing on it, but of course, you cannot decipher the words because after all, it's remote viewing. But that's the general layout he perceived in his first pass of this data. And moving onwards, for the second pass, it gets more weirder, and some other different aspects of the target coming up. Here also many structures, and possibly a vehicle because he drew what looks like a ship to me, a large ship, and maybe is I don't know how to describe that, and maybe of course there are subjects implied, people implied, and maybe people are moving in and out, and and he also said not huge AOL because throughout this whole session, Blue Death described that he has big AOL everywhere, and when so he just put down the words, okay, and
If you look on that page, he's got that rectangular block
that
again.
rectangular structure again. Maybe it's a monument or what. We,
Yeah.
we don't know, but it's definitely a man-made structure. So basically, these remote viewers feels that this target is not in a natural environment, but rather like a urban area and possibly near a large body of water and lots of human subjects and man-made structures and possibly man-made vehicles maybe on the water. It's a boat or a car or what? We don't know. but that's the general vibe I get from his data.
Yeah.
And the last page actually feels like it's oceanic, but cannot shake the idea of salt water or air and cross cables or systems. Yeah, feels like steel and concrete. So that concludes his data.
Yeah, so this is mine again. So there's the office work. So it really felt like a business aspect and either a stock market or money. Services. It
Yeah,
just,
office work, city forecasting, star market.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
that's very interesting.
it,
Mm-hmm.
it
Goods and
just,
services, Wall Street.
it all felt like something to do, not a target, more of a, well, the target was more money involved or stock involved.
Mm-hmm. And
Eh,
you also perceive that no, just look back, not this page, your first page, the first page of your data, because I'm quite intrigued. You also describe there are groups behind the scene or market drivers and services derived by utilizing information, gambling on derivatives.
Well, and that's the thing is I actually tried to find who the group was. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
on the board behind me, the I don't know if I took if you get the data on it, but the board behind me has. I'm trying to look at who the group was and what I came up with. Here, let me show you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, there we go. If you look,
Uh-huh.
it's an
Oh,
old.
I also put this page as well,
Oh,
so you
did you?
can about it
Okay,
on page. Yeah.
let me zip down to it then.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. So, anyways, the I'm like Warren Buffett. I know that's an AOL, and then older gentleman, gray hair, a little larger, but there's like paper trails. There was data. There was tariffs, Katy Perry, and money market, and I knew that was all in AOL.
Yeah.
Anytime you have Katy Perry involved in any remote viewing, it is an AOL right there, instant AOL.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah, big names, definite AOLs. So, but the other thing is, you see where it says juggling and waiting?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a whole bunch of plates up on sticks, and they're all spinning, and they're all just right there waiting to crash, man. And then
Yeah.
I did a timeline too, right? So
Yes.
my timeline actually shows the different great recessions for
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. And uh, if you look, it says I can't remember. See what it says? Something about the Great Depression, the 70s and 80s embargo, the bank failure of 2008, and 2025 stupidity. So
Mm-hmm.
that's that was my summary for the this particular target.
Um, I would like you to describe what you perceive on page two, because you work three sessions on this one.
Which one's page two?
Yeah, this page.
This
It's
page?
the first. Yes, it's page one, and next one. Even though there are not many words on here, but I would like you to tell me what you perceived during this round of remote viewing session.
It really felt so when I'm looking at this. It was a corner office. You had a view of major city. There's the people involved making decisions. It's a small elite group, so it's a
Mm-hmm.
small group behind the scenes
Mm-hmm.
making decisions. And I don't know what the decisions were based for. I don't know where the aspect of these decisions were going toward.
Mm-hmm.
But it did feel like there was men and women involved, and
Mm-hmm.
they were. It felt like they were trying to figure out the value of either a particular project or a particular
Mm-hmm.
aspect of
Mm-hmm.
something, and for profit.
Mm-hmm.
So
For profit.
yeah.
So yeah, basically from what I can see from your data, it's all about financial data and financial activities, and there are big people involved, the elite group.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I was really trying to focus on who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you also drew a timeline, but it looks it looks like it's like a series of something like a negative events. That doesn't feel too good to you, right?
right, right. So whatever they're planning is is probably not a good thing. So the events that are coming are affecting whatever their profit is, which
Mm-hmm.
is the start of one of these major changes.
Yeah, because I saw you drew like you wrote down something like bank failure and stupidity. It's
Right.
like people on the top they are making bad decisions and it, it has very negative effects on maybe on the stock market or whatever. Yeah, but there are many people involved. That's what I can get from your data.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be no matter what decision they make, it's going to be affected by the decisions made by different groups of people.
Yeah,
They just have to ride the wave out. So
yeah. I would say excellent remote viewing session. It's not a hit, but I consider it very high quality. Yeah, very high quality data. You will know why. It's not a hit, but very high quality. And next is Gordon. I don't know if he submitted for his data for this remote viewing practice or not. Because but since he uploaded his data in our weekly contest channel, I suppose that he is proposing his data for this removing project. So let's see what I get from him. Yeah, basically, I would say I cannot see a coherent pattern in his data. It's all over the place. Like also you see yeah maybe some structures and you also get a sense of area like a frog and also he described the upper skin. Yeah, maybe it's just a pattern of something. And he also got area like all communists and wooden door or room. And he also drew something like a room and he put down three axes inside a box and like expanding cauliflower. Yeah, something is expanding and also like a weird head body lying down. So there are also human aspects of it involved. But overall, I don't see a coherent. I cannot tell what he tries to describe. Yeah, based on what I know, is he is trying to describe maybe this target has something to do with human and also in maybe in a somewhat urban or man-made environment and there are some man-made stuff objects but to be honest I cannot reach a conclusive summary for this data
great.
so yeah this is what I can say about it and how about you how do you think.
I'm the same. There's not a lot there to work with. I can't see a direction or a focus.
Yeah, and the reason why I call your data very high quality is because you have a very clear pattern and direction and focus. Yeah, you basically just say it's a financial target,
Right.
and there are people and money involved. So yeah, whether you hit or not is a different question. But the fact that you get a very coherent data means you are onto something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the only question left is whether you are going in the right direction or wrong direction.
What is it says something on the bottom of his data sheet. It says something.
Yes, but it's cropped, so I
Oh,
cannot see it. Yeah, he took a picture, and yeah, I also see that he wrote down words underneath, but
yeah.
I just cannot see it because he didn't frame it into the feature. So I'm sorry about that. But I do still appreciate the effort of participating in our weekly practice and putting out the data. Yeah, yeah, I do want more people to start doing that, and they will actually find that removing is quite interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so let me go back to here.
Mhm.
Trying to get back to. There we go. Okay, now this is your data.
Yeah, this is my data because I'm not blind to the target. So I make it a yes or no question. Like if I perceive yes, I should be able to describe a certain image. Then if I perceive no, then I would describe another different set of image. And these images are all produced by ChatGPT after I finished the remote viewing session. So I didn't know what AI will give me before I finished my session. So in that sense, I can still consider myself as working in blind because I'm literally remote viewing a future picture. So in this feature, I perceive a female girl and a figurine or a doll, and I also perceive man-made object and this female, whether it's a girl or a woman, I don't know, but I see a happy face, and this girl or woman is very intrigued by something, and I just get a happy vibe. And next, I get a sense of a bird, a bird flying, and I also feel kite in the sky. And this bird, or maybe I should describe it as pigeon, because I specifically feel that this bird is a pigeon, and he's flying, flapping his wings in the clear sky. So that's my drawing. I know it doesn't look too great, but that's the best I can do my drawing. Try to describe a pigeon, and then I try to describe the surrounding environment. The background is I perceive mountainous area in the landscape in the background. And it's a beautiful scenery. And I also perceive a large body of water, possibly a lake. And that woman is is just down on the down on the left down corner, and this woman, she is standing on the road and enjoying the whole scenery. And overall, my summary is the page 4 is the scene because it depicts a natural landscape and a little female subject in the foreground with mountains and large body of water in the background, and focusing on a flying subject. And that flying subject in my eyes, it could be a bird or pigeons, and it feels peaceful and serene to me. So that's my description. And the target reveal. You just you can copy and paste the URL, and or you click the target source at the bottom of this web page. Yeah, either will do. Either will direct you to the target.
Okay, I'm looking at the two
Scroll
pictures.
down. Yeah, further down.
Target
There is a
source.
link. Other link. Yeah, this is a target.
That's the target.
That's the target. The target is a high value target
Oh
because
my.
there is money involved.
Oh
And
my
as you can
God.
see, and we can all see, we can, yeah, because there is because it's a past event, so we should be able to remote view that event correctly with no, yeah, with no with yeah if, with no doubt, because it already happened. It's either a yes or no question, and the question is the president of the South Korea. I forgot his name.
You. His name's Yoon.
Yeah, Yoon Suk. I don't know how to pronounce it anyway. Is arrested between January 9th and January 17th, 2025. Whether it's a yes or no, and it's a target that is being listed on Polymarket, and as you can see, there are how much is the transaction value? Let me see. Uh, yeah, 1 million and 1.9 million US dollars has been transacted or maybe betted on this market. So it's actually a high value target.
Wow. That was a wow. Wow.
And I would say in this remote viewing session, all of us did quite well on this one. Yeah. So let us review what we have seen. Yeah, from Blue Death, and then yours and also my data and Gordon's data as well. Yeah. Now you know the target. So is it a financial target? Yes, it is a financial target. And also, but this financial target refers to a real political event, and let people gamble on it.
That's really cool because I'm there's my Robinhood app has the same thing, so I can actually gamble on I can gamble on different targets on a Robinhood app. So it'll allow me to
Yeah,
do the same exact thing as what you just what the target was is you there's a
and
something coming up. So
to be honest, if if we did this session like 3 months, oh no, 4 months ago, just before before the event happened, we actually made a 2.5x on our investment, because initially people all feel that, oh, the president of South Korea is not going to be arrested. It's just not possible. But it turns out that he eventually he got arrested because of his bad decisions and misbehavior against the citizens of the South Korean people.
right,
So
right.
yeah, so if we gambled on this one like 4 months ago, we literally made a at least 2.5x on our investment.
Well,
But
is that when this thing came out was 2.5 months ago? I mean, is that when the
no,
gambling started?
it's 4 months ago. It's 4 months ago. Yeah,
Okay.
because this uh this 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 gambling market ended on January 17th. So yeah, three months ago.
Okay.
And yeah, today is April 19th. So it's more than 3 months ago. So we need to invest before that, before the event, in order to win the money.
Well, that's the thing is we could actually I mean, I'm obviously they have this Polymarket has more of the gambling things. I mean, it would be really easy to
Yes,
actually set up have one person just go through and make targets like that.
yes,
So maybe that would be a good option would be to have somebody task out and we can and if you want to put money on it, we figure out, you know, a simple way to blindly put money out. If you want to look at all the data from everybody and figure out how much you want to do per target. I don't
yeah.
know. It would
And
it would take a lot of work, but I mean it could be done. That would be really cool. Oh,
well, that to be honest, I don't really feel that the work is the bottleneck or the limitations for us, because even though it might take us more work and time on Polymarkets, but we can also focus solely on high value targets like this one. It has got 1.9 million US dollars invested in the liquidity, so it's a lot of money in it.
okay. So
So
real quick,
mhm.
it just came to me. The person I'm working with currently now doing views will be very interested in this video. So I'm going to send him after we're done. I'm going to send him this video and
Yes,
and show him the
that would be
results
great.
of this
Yes.
remote viewing. He might be interested in working with us to do particular targets, and if
Mhm.
he wants to set them up as targets, or maybe have somebody work with him to set them up as targets, he would definitely be interested. This is right up his alley. This is money markets, man. I mean,
Yes.
it's gambling, but what the heck? Yeah, this is
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, but the odds of betting it, and the potential profit is huge. So yeah, it can be justified. So I would say the bottleneck and limitation is not about the work. It's about the liquidity and how much money has been invested in the target. Like this one, this is the high value target. You see, there is 1.9 million invested. So it's definitely a high value target. So yeah, so the work involved doesn't really matter that much as long as the price is can justify the work. That's what I'm thinking. There are also markets on the Polymarket website that doesn't really worth removing, like only hundreds of dollars being transacted or thousands of dollars being transacted. We don't remove you that. It has no value. But for markets that has millions of dollars in liquidity, yeah, we can remove you that. And clients would, yeah, if we give good results and good hit rates, it would
Right.
it would justify the clients to assign us the target and give us the commission before he actually making bets on it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
And that would be interesting to actually set up clients to, we have a pool of clients that can go through our data for whatever cost. I mean, and then having, and then all we do is we have targets, we look at the targets, we set our data, and then if we're asked to revisit a target and focus in on one particular aspect, we could do that. I mean, it would be awesome. And then we could just literally, yeah, that would be that would be awesome. Having a
Mm-hmm.
having a pool of clients that can choose targets for us to look at.
Mm-hmm.
It,
And before having a pool of clients, we need to make sure that the world knows that we have this offer and we have this business. Yeah. So we offer this service. Otherwise, they don't even know we exist and they don't know that it works. And we
well,
just need to prove that ourselves. We works. It works.
well, we know it works. Us as a group knows it works.
Mm-hmm.
The question now comes to, well, I guess because we will probably never know the target on some of
Mm-hmm.
the things, so it would be okay. But having clients that deal with large amounts of money, you probably want to keep the target data quiet and probably keep it contained. So you would,
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
know, man.
definitely.
We are dealing with things that I just don't deal with on a normal basis. How would a
Mm-hmm.
high price client who wants data on a current and upcoming event?
Mm-hmm.
We basically just looked at an upcoming event.
Yeah, but it's in the past, not in the future. And the fact that I consider our data very good. I won't say it's an excellent hit, but very good and very it is very informative if someone assigns it as a real target.
January 17th. Didn't he got arrested on Friday of January the 17th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And now let's look back to what we got from our session. The first is Blue Death's description. He perceived a large building and in an urban environment and lots of people outside. That's a correct description because on that night, many Korean people they are protesting just outside the building, their governments. So this is a yeah, to me is I would say it's a very verifiable element in the session.
Okay.
And yeah,
Which one was that?
page one,
Page
page
one
one.
of Blue Dove.
Yeah, Blue Day's data. He basically just drew lots of people outside a large building, and yeah, feels like a gathering, and he also feel that there is an underground aspect of this. We cannot verify it, but I would say it's very easy to think about. Yeah, it's say what all governments when they are in crisis, yeah, they must have some backup plans.
Right.
So underground structures, it makes sense. I cannot verify it, but it makes sense to me. And but for on the second page, he described a a vehicle, possibly a boat and a large body of water and maybe people moving in and out, I would say it's a quite I would leave a question mark on it because uh, although the capital city of South Korea is not far away from the ocean, but I I don't think this this event involves a big ship. Yeah, it's basically it's a arrest of the president of the South Korea, and they don't use ship, they use car.
Right.
So I will leave a question mark on page two. And on page three again is he described it as oceanic and cannot shake out the idea of salt water and air. So it's unclear to me. But on the first, I would say among the three pages of data, yeah, page one is excellent, and page two and page three is not so good. So overall, the signal to noise ratio is not so good. But yeah, nevertheless, I would still consider it as somewhat relevant because he still successfully nailed down some aspect of the target and very correctly,
Right.
like urban environment, large building, and large people, large gathering. That's the main thing about this target.
Right. Right.
Uh, and for yours, how do you think? Now you know the target. How do you think about your data? Can you just review your data and tell me what you think of it?
Yeah. So when I'm trying to focus in on the guy, on the person, um,
Oh,
let's see,
I do saw that. You describe it
older gray
as an
hair
older
business suit.
gray hair. that's that's a very good description of the president of
Yeah.
South Korea.
Yeah. He's definitely not.
Very good.
He's not Warren Buffett or Katy Perry, but he is an older person with gray hair in a business suit. And
Yes,
uh,
that's
I
a very good description.
I would really like to take an actual look at the person himself because I got the feeling that he's a little bit overweight, which felt really unusual for him. It felt he's not huge, but he was a little bit overweight. So I'd like to find a current picture of this guy and see if he actually is a little bit overweight.
Mm-hmm.
Paper trail or clues to end result. Was there a paper trail that they were following or something that they were following? Because it felt like somebody was following a bunch of data to an end result. I'm just kind of wondering if that had anything to do with his arrest.
Mm-hmm.
So okay,
So I have to tell you, if I were the client and I see data like yours, I would be very satisfied and yeah, because I see the central figure and it matches the target data, and you also describe it as a somewhat like a financial target. You perceive forecasting, stock market, and goods and services, Wall Street, and lots of people and involved, and also the elite gambling. Yeah,
yeah,
it's all keywords everywhere.
yeah. It would have been nice to be able to say a keyword that actually said this is going to happen, but you know, I agree with you. That was a really good. It was amazing how strong that was too. Because when
Yeah,
I
that's a
first
very high quality data.
yeah, when I first started working on it, it really this is something to do with financial.
Yeah, and you also and to me, the only thing that uh, what we have been talking about your data, uh, actually these are all verifiable aspects of the target. However, the client is most interested in the not verifiable portion of the target because they want to know what would happen to this person, what would end up because it's a gambling market. What will get you arrested? People don't know, and the client wants to know in advance. So to me, the key information you really offered, the most valuable one is the timeline you drew at the last page of your data.
Oh,
You yeah you describe it as a negative event,
yeah,
like some some big people and in this group they are making bad decisions and results in results in a catastrophic end because even though it's not a financial, even though we are not we are not looking at the 2008 financial crisis, but you describe it as a you relate this target to bank failures and stupidity. So that makes me think of, yeah, if I were a client, I see this, I would say maybe this target would have a bad ending. That's what I would interpret your timeline.
Yeah,
So
yeah, me too. I'm with you. I think that would definitely interpret the timeline. So
yeah, and if they if they vote for a bad ending for this person, like yes, this president is going to be arrested, then they will make money.
yep,
Yeah, so it's not. I would say it's not indicative enough to say that you foresaw the arrest event of this person, but I would say your data suggests that this person is going to face something very negative.
right.
Yeah.
And
So
this is it shows exactly this shows exactly where we need not only a tasker to give the task, but we need a monitor that has that can contact
oh, definitely.
the
Yeah.
client.
Totally agree with you here.
Yeah.
But the main problem is we don't have enough participants.
No, no,
Yeah.
but we can.
If yeah, we this problem can be solved as long as yeah we keep doing it and more people become interested. Yeah, it will be solved. But for now, we just work with what we have.
And see,
Okay, so
I'm not seeing anything on Gordon's data relating to this target except for
uh
the hard stone marker.
no no because it's his data. I will say almost like all over the place in all directions, different directions.
Yeah,
Yes, there are people involved, and there are possibly main object or aspects of it, but it's not indicative enough for this target because in order to hit the target, you have to describe two parts. One is verifiable elements. Yeah, is it a financial target? And what are the key aspects or the key person or the key events involved? And the second one is speculative aspect of the target. What will end, what will this person end up? Yeah, what will happen next?
right.
And in order to hit the target, you have to describe both aspects of the target. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, it's a nice try, but sorry, it's I would say it's yeah, it's indecisive in my eyes.
Yep.
And for me, even though I'm not blind to the target, but I'm blind to the ARB session. And for me, I describe a happy girl or a happy woman, and and I also saw pigeons flying into the sky, and basically it's a beautiful scenery, and yeah, so
So
peaceful and
the funny thing
and
is, if you look behind them, there's an actual path through the rose bed. So there's your road. You got the beautiful scenery behind you, and you got the beautiful girl. I don't see the birds, but I'm sure there's like tons of birds in those trees. So it's definitely not the
no,
other one.
I don't see birds. But to be honest, if you just look at the general mood or vibe of my description, with yeah, compare them with the ARV picture offered by generated by ChatGPT, I would say my description more resembles yes.
Yeah, it
And
definitely.
to be honest, because this target is about Polymarket, and if you look at the result, it's a yes. This person is going to be arrested. It's a big turnaround. People don't at first people don't believe that the president is going to be was going to be arrested, and yeah, people is betting against it. But it turns out that yeah, he did got arrested. So
Did you put any money on that market?
sorry.
Did you put any money on your market after you did the ARV session?
No, I can't because this betting has ended long before we work on this session.
Oh, I thought the data was for
This
Friday.
target was this target was chosen just last week, so we were just looking at removing a past event, a past target.
Okay. I thought it was for this. I when I saw the 17th, I thought that was the 17th of whatever month. What, January, February, March, April. So this is April. I thought that was
Yeah,
for this month. I didn't realize it was for last month or for.
2 months. Yeah, 3 months ago. 3 months ago.
Mm,
This target is 3 months ago.
that shows you how far out of the loop I am on anything.
No,
I
no,
am.
no. We all know that time is just a construct. Yeah, when you are working in remote viewing session, you can't really tell which, which, which way is future, which way is in the past. Very hard to tell.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I am. It's just crazy. So, uh,
Yeah. Hmm.
well, that was cool. Yeah, I definitely want to. I want to look at. I saw the same shape as Gordon detached in the middle. I don't know what. How did Lynn set up the ARV photos? We ARV'd the past. Yes, we did ARV the past. So that's kind of cool. This is from Dumbledore.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
Uh,
you definitely ARV'd the past, and you did it quite well, actually. I mean, that was a
mhm.
really
It's
good
not
picture.
a exact description of the picture generated by ChatGPT, but I would say the vibe feels right.
Right.
Yeah, to me. So if we have to announce a winner for this one, I would say yeah, both you and me and Blue Death as well. We all did quite well on this. We cannot decisively say that we win this one. I don't think so, but we definitely are onto something.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to put some money down on a target very similar to that, I've got on my Robinhood account. I have a couple current targets that we can do the same thing with. So we can find out whatever the targets
Well,
are, or basically I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll definitely look at putting money down, a small sum of money on a target, and we'll see what we can do. And everybody that participates will either get a part of that money, or we can, if it comes out correct. So I'll send you the
uh,
details when I get a chance.
okay, okay. I'll get back to you later. I just
Yeah.
found that I didn't turn on the camera for this one. We are almost at the end of the live stream, but yeah. So sorry about that. You should have told me. And
Well, the
sorry.
my biggest problem is I get blue screens all the time, and I know my camera's working, but
Mm-hmm.
my my feed shows a blue screen. So I can never tell. That's why I like having somebody watching the YouTube feed to let me know what's going on, because I can never tell
Mm-hmm.
if something's working or not. On my
Mm-hmm.
my OBS, just it has it has issues. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, well, that was a cool target.
Yeah, I think it is a cool target as well. Yeah. It's actually suggested by ChatGPT. Yeah, I asked him if where can we find high value targets, and that's that's very accessible to us. And yeah, he just ran me to Polymarket and pick one with high transaction value. And yeah, I think that's a very practical application of remote viewing.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's another practical application for remote viewing. You're gonna love this one.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, I know you know Dave. Dave is in
Yeah.
town. He is on the West Coast over here, and tonight we're gonna go to Muckleshoot Casino
Oh.
and IDK. So we're gonna have me, Dave, and IDK in a casino. And
Uh-huh.
I am so excited that the fact that the three of us are going to literally walk into a casino and gamble, because the energy from three remote viewers who can forecast the future, we're going to go clean out Muckleshoot Casino. I may come back and have, oh shit, I was going to say new shoes, but my shoes are waiting for me at the damn store. I got to go pick them up. New pants. I'll have new pants. I'm excited.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Dave's gonna be. We're gonna go to casino tonight, and we're gonna go gambling, and it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
fun, man.
You
So
should literally make a vlog, or oh no, I don't think they allow live streaming. It's not possible.
not yeah, not in casinos. I was actually so about that though. I was actually considering doing going to Vegas and setting up a convention for remote viewers for a small
You know what?
convention.
People would be interested in this in this. Yeah. You know
AR,
why?
yeah, ARV alone in a casino. Can you imagine a yes, no in a casino? Should I do this? Should I not do this? Yes, people would be very interested. Would they come to would they come to it? Yes, they would. And it would be fun. I mean, have a very small convention that allows people to get together and learn a little bit about remote viewing in the casino
Mm-hmm.
settings. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to set that up.
Mm-hmm. I have to tell you that I don't like to take on too much risk because yeah, basically for me, from what I'm seeing is we better just do the removing work and let the clients gamble. Yeah, we just pay the commission. That would be a more sure way for us to get money.
It would. It would be a very it'd be very lucrative. So, and I'm all
Yeah.
about the money, all about the Benjamins. So
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss the whole thing?
you missed the whole thing, but you know what?
Uh,
It was awesome.
We Yeah, it's awesome. We did quite well on this one.
Here,
okay.
let me show you the target real quick. Let me pull it up.
I'm still in town even right now. I was hoping that I could get back in time to catch it, but I had to go to the farmers market and stop at Menards and Kroger, and it took way too long.
Yeah, it I tell you, the minute you step outside to go jump in a vehicle, the day is done.
We're gone all day. Yep.
Anyways, the target was the president of Korea uh, being arrested on Friday. They had a Polymarket outcome, so basically, you could gamble on whether the president was going to get arrested, and so
Oh, okay.
it was a financial guess from 3 months ago, and yeah, it was really good. I mean, there was a lot of aspects that came up that you'll enjoy. So, but
Interesting.
I want to do it again, but this time I want to do it with a future event so we can actually gamble on it.
Right. Yeah. See if
So,
we can get something out of it.
well, my thought is anybody who participates in the contest. So anybody who participates in the view for this future task would be
Mm-hmm.
part of the pool, and anybody who wants to contribute to the pool can contribute to the pool. And then we just have this great big pool and see what happens. If we all fail, we all fail. I mean, if it wins and wins money,
Sure.
and then everybody
Yeah.
would
Or
benefit. It would be really cool.
yes.
I'm not quite sure how to set it up or do it, but you know what? We're gonna do it.
Yeah. It's on our to do this.
Yeah. So,
Fake it till you make it.
what's that?
I said fake it till you make it.
Damn straight, man. All right, guys. I got chickens to feed, a mama to feed, and I got places to go.
All
Mm-hmm.
right.
I'm gonna keep you all in the loop and try to get as much information out to you as I can, and then Len, keep pumping out the good targets because that was a really good one. I like that one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
When I get back home, I'll go ahead and watch that live and see how everybody did.
yeah, it was interesting. Cool, cool.
All right. See ya.
See you, man.
See ya. Yeah. We are almost half time as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though we didn't have many participants for this one, to me, what really matters is the quality of the data and see how how good we have been making progress. Yeah. Yeah. So
And that's true. We are doing. It's amazing. I got a feeling that I'm actually increasing my skills. I don't know if you've seen. Well, you haven't seen a bunch of my videos from last week.
No,
What happened is I'm doing a bunch of live videos that
oh yeah, I know that you live stream all the time, like every now and then.
well, yeah, but what you're not seeing is the private live streams. So I have about a whole bunch of private live stream videos that I've done for people,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they are fantastic. So the stuff that you see on my web or my YouTube account is just tip of the iceberg.
Hmm.
So, oh, and I get to remote view a very famous psychic, Paula Roberts.
Hmm.
So I'm very excited and very happy to be able to get the chance to remote view Paula Roberts, the English psychic. And if I'm going to let her watch my results, and if she's okay with it, I'm going to release the results to the general
Okay.
public. But yeah, that'll be
Okay.
for a future date.
Uh-huh.
So, all right, I'm so excited. Do you got anything else?
No, I think we are all good for this week.
All right, man. Well, you take it easy, and you have a good week, man. I will catch you next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. And have a good day as well. Goodbye.
Bye.